All right. My name is Christian, and I'm going to do the interview. All right. You ready, sir?
Yeah,
All right, sweet. So, how's your day been?
been pretty good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. You said you were on your way to Carson City, and
Yep.
how has communication or interactions changed between now and whenever you were younger?
The biggest thing when I was young was mostly face to face, was on landline communication. None of this other stuff even existed back then. Not even satellite phones, much less cell phones.
Okay. Okay. And then, how did you keep in contact with friends and or relatives?
I said it's face to face, talking to each other, personal contact, or telephones, the old fashioned telephones, which was strictly landline communications.
Okay. How often did you communicate with these friends and relatives?
Close friends, if it was school friends, it's daily. Blood relatives or just casual friends, maybe once a week or every couple of weeks.
Okay. Nice. Did you write letters at all?
Yes, we did, but that was primarily as a young adult because I was in the military and I wrote a lot of letters to uh, family and my wife now.
Nice, nice. What were phone calls like whenever you were younger?
When I was really young, it was basically what's called a party line, where it'd be one line service, an analog system, uh, and your phone call actually went through a operator bank. It'd be like three or four people on the same line. So you would have certain rings that would come to your house, where it'd be two ring, three ring, or four ring. That would be your number, and the other rings would be other people's number. But the reason everybody didn't listen in on all the conversations, the phones would have a little click sound whenever someone else would pick up on your line, and you would know somebody else was trying to listen in. If it's long distance, you would place the call, and you would wait on the service to go through. If there's any line interruption or somebody else on a party line, say, and you couldn't get through, then eventually they'd tell you to call back or it would hang up.
Nice. That's interesting. What was the infrastructure like to make a phone call? Like, did you understand like the whole operator system?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Could you? I mean, you already elaborated a lot on it. Is there anything else like interesting about it or different that's compared to
Well,
today? And then
it progressed over time because the phones initially, when I was young, they were rotary dial phones. And then they went to a push button phone, which was, how would I call that? Push buttons operate kind of like a PLC system, where the rotaries are strictly old analog. And then as communications progress up until the 80s, then it finally started becoming um, cellular phone systems off satellites in the early 80s, and then progressed up to the digital, then into microwave, and now it's all strictly digital or uh, fiber optic systems, which are 10 times, sometimes 100 times faster. Uh,
oh
as
yeah,
far as being able to tell exactly what's said, the clarity of the calls, especially over distance, is much clearer now, and you don't really notice too much difference in the speed for a long distance call because everything was done on copper wire, and electrons travel fast enough that It's like electricity, like lightning out of the sky. The electrons just move so fast for the sound. The amplifier still worked pretty good at the time.
Nice. Sorry, you put me in thought. I was thinking about like the old rotary phone, or not the old. I was thinking about the rotary phones.
Yeah.
Did you have a pager at all?
Pagers did not exist until the 1980s. And the first ones, basically the 90s. The 80s, it came out for the military and stuff, because military and businesses had a lot of that stuff earlier. The first pagers I ever used was actually for your mother. We got her one to keep in contact with us. So we could.
She told me about this one time on a car trip.
Yeah, that way everybody could find her and figure out where she was.
Oh, she told me a story about whenever she got a pager one time, she used to wait like 10 to 15 minutes to respond back to you if she was in like a location she wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah. But pagers didn't exist. Cell phones did not exist. Matter of fact, your early, what you call cell phones now, they were actually satellite phones. And you could only use them in certain places, and only certain people could use them. I used them because I was in the military, so I have to use them periodically, but you have to be in certain places for a satellite signal to go through.
Okay.
And by the time we finally got to cordless phones, it was in the modern era, because cordless phones did not work back then. They didn't have them. We use walkie-talkies if you wanted to use something. They've been around since before I was born.
Interesting. Did you have a bag phone at all, or use a bag phone?
I only used a bag phone, and when I was in the military, and that's what was commonly referred to as a satellite phone.
Okay.
It had its own batteries. Battery was separated from the phone, but had a big battery, and it was only used for telecommunications.
So,
and when it comes down to the video service, I thought that was the best thing since biscuits and gravy, because the first time I ever used a visual phone call, which was actually it was a military call. It was very classified at the time. It was in the closed briefing rooms, so nobody used them. The public was not privy to them. And we'd go in there and we could have visual communications in the military from like the West Coast or Hawaii or on a ship all the way back to the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. in real time. And you actually had people that was using the video recorders to transmit, like a television station or something. And it was all visual up to the moment, all the actions. All the people is all set up like a production, and that's how we communicated. Very important, or top secret communications.
okay.
And it took I'd say about 15, 18 years later, they finally came out with a cell phone where you could do a video messenger to your friends or relatives.
Did you get access to technologies, or I guess cellular technologies, before like the public did?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, that's pretty cool. And then what was like a phone call like in talking to relatives, did you have scam calls at all?
No. It just, when you pick up the phone, you just start talking. After you get the phone goes through and the dials are made and then the receivers are picked up. It's just regular communications like we're doing right now.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. When did you get your when did you get a handheld phone?
First handheld phones that we used were, when do we get these?
Went in the military.
Probably about.
Military. Teresa went back to
Okay, I would say probably 22, 23 years ago. Matter of fact, I believe about the time you were born, or maybe a year or two before you.
Nice. How was it like to communicate in person versus over the phone? Like, were interactions more meaningful, or?
Yes, interactions are very much more meaningful. I mean, it's a one-to-one conversation. You're talking with people face to face. And so, you can see people's expressions, communication, and see all the other people around in multiple communications at one time, like in a group session with maybe 4 or 5 or even 10 or 12 people in the same room talking. Just like your classrooms, when you're in the classroom, not online, it's all face-to-face right there. So you're not only seeing a one-on-one expression, but you're seeing expressions with everyone around. Who's interested, who's not interested.
Okay. When did you get your first smartphone?
Hard to say, probably 18 years ago.
Okay. And then what was it like to get introduced to like social media like Facebook or MySpace or Instagram, Snapchat?
I guess it was more interesting to other people than myself at the time, because I'm not a game player. I don't do video games or anything on phones or computers. I enjoy looking at I'd say national and international news on like a YouTube, something like that. TikTok, I do not use at all. I don't care about it.
I'm there with you.
Facebook, I use a little bit with relatives. We make comments back and forth. Somebody asks a question, if nobody's got an answer, I might try to get in on a little communications, but very limited.
Okay.
I guess when it comes to personal time and space, I'm more of a loner instead of active for the world to see.
I'm there with you. I don't think I post anything on my social medias.
But years ago, before any of this came out, I also worked with TRW and Fuji Engineering on digital electronics and computer programming. So I know how easily it is to hack anything that's put on a computer system. And a cell phone or a laptop is strictly a computer system, and everything can be hacked, stolen, and used. And you cannot stop it if a person's good enough as a programmer.
Dang. What was it like to you use not laptops, but you use computers in the military. How have computers changed from like back in the military to today?
Thanks to the internet, the storage capacity and the speed at which it can be used now is 100 times greater, because the internet has gave access to everyone to put data on system for fingertip use. Earlier computers that you use, even up in the 70s and early 80s, it was very limited to what is actually put in at the time by a limited number of people. Where now everybody throws all the information they can find. They just dump libraries worldwide on the net. So Zuckerberg, he's done a fantabulous job of getting information out to the masses at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask one question and wait on one person to come around, a week later with an answer. It's all instantaneous, just thousands of people on it.
Nice. I guess this also leads into my next question of what was it like for the internet to come out?
Great, great.
how how did the internet change the way, or how do you think the internet changed the way we communicate with each other on a day to day?
More open information, more correct information. Of course, you get a lot of garbage stuff that people think they're smart and they throw out there. It has nothing to do with what reality is. But if you get to the correct pages, what's put out, you find the true facts of something instead of the guesswork.
Okay. And then snap, I blanked real quick, my bad. Did y'all use shortened phrases like today, like the LOL, laugh out loud, or did you guys?
No, we use very limited, but we did have abbreviations for terms. Prime example, National Football League, NFL. But
Yeah,
everyone knows what that means.
yeah,
But the abbreviations will only use, I'm not going to say I'll call it a limited basis. Not everything. I mean, not whole sentences for communications are abbreviations like they are now.
yeah. Okay. No, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, sweet. Um. Oh my God, I'm blanking right. I'm so sorry. What were video games like whenever they got first introduced?
I have a very slow analog. Prime example, the first one I ever really noticed was Pong, where it just moves a little ball back and forth across the screen, real slow. You had to wait on, but that was an analog system.
Yeah.
After it, and the graphics were very bad, very slow. When it finally got up to something like Mario Brothers, when they first come out in the 70s, early 80s, it was getting better. But then as the digital moved into mainstream, then the graphics, the speed, and the controls, and then plus you also moved to what you would call a remote control, where it wasn't tied to a wire to get in a game system. The speed just accelerated tremendously.
Yeah. Because it was Pong, and then what, like 5 years later, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out.
Asteroids and all that other stuff, which is all slow go. You had to have a lot of time to do all this.
Yeah. It's cool. Did you notice, like, whenever you were younger, do you think you would have picked up video games or enjoyed playing them if they came out, like, right whenever you were a kid?
Probably, like most kids do now, so I probably would have.
Okay. Snap. I'm blanking right now. I'm so sorry. What? How has being able to store like like pictures on your phone changed versus like back then?
Like photographs.
Yeah. Like has the meaning of a photograph changed since whenever you were younger?
Not really. I mean, you got quicker access. You do scan through them. You don't have to wait on them. It's just all instantaneous. Where it used to be, you'd take pictures on a roll of film. You'd have to send it in for a developer, wait on them to develop it and get it back to you. It might take a week, 2 weeks before you got a roll of Kodak film back. Where now you take the picture and you flip and look at it. If you don't like it, you delete it and get you another one. You didn't do that back then.
Yeah. So you had, you had to get everything right the first time.
Yeah.
What?
Hmm?
Oh no, sorry, I accidentally hiccuped. But frick. Do you think we are like the newer generations are taking for granted like in-person communication and or contact?
I think they'll never know what they've missed.
Yeah. Could you go on further about that?
Um, Repeat that question, please. I was paying attention to something else.
Oh no, you're fine. Could you like dig a little deeper? Like elaborate
Well,
more on what we missed or experiences?
Like for instance, now you have latchkey kids. You also have kids that I would say I would say their ability to actually communicate with someone is lost. I've got a friend, well, I say a friend, I've got a son who's in the military, and he will tell you straight out, you can tell the difference between a child who has been in public school and one that has not. Because the one that does not have no people skills is totally void of people skills when it comes to communicating and dealing and cross-referencing with other people. It just doesn't, the society's norms just doesn't really stick with them. They're kind of lost, and they're a little bit more withdrawn than people would think.
Okay.
Where the face-to-face communications with multiple people or groups of people, or even a large family group, you get more understanding of people, the world, and how to communicate and react with other people.
Do you think like cell phones or technology played a part in this?
Yes. It's probably better now in some aspects than your earlier cell phones, because earlier cell phones were strictly between two people that didn't even see each other. Yeah. But now you got some video conferences and calling, you can see and communicate in that situation. Maybe as it progresses and it gets easier for everyone to use, it might be better. But the people that are strictly isolationist personalities, it doesn't matter what kind of telecommunication you have.
Yeah.
It's only going to affect a certain number of them. But where just a small fraction before, now it's a massive number of people like that.
I got you. And back to the video conference calls on the naval ship, were they like black and white or?
No, full color.
Full color? Nice. Huh, nice. Absolutely. Cool. And then do you think it improved at all since, or stayed on the same level relatively?
It's improved dramatically, I'd say, because communication is quicker. It's all handheld now. It's all easier access. You don't have to plan in advance. It's just done automatically.
Yeah, you could.
Like before, even though it was all done, it was still planned in advance. When you do, say, you want to have a conference call now.
Yeah.
And something's come up, it needs to be done right now. You hop on your cell phone, you bang it in, and say, hey, get your people together, we'll have a conference call right now. You can do it right now. Nice. In the past, it was like, well, we need to discuss this. Let's have a conference call. Well, hold it now. We've got to stop and get all these people from different areas together in this one spot so we can have the cameras and the videos and audios all together. Everyone has to come to that one location, and the other party has to do the same, and then we can have a real-time conference call. And so you see, you save a great deal of time, and of course, everybody says time's money.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
you're retired with nothing to do, and then you just do it.
Well, pretty interesting. Sorry, I sat back thinking about it, and I was like, how did they do? Like, I was trying to wonder how that was in my mind.
Yep, it's all planned in advance to do it.
Appreciate you. What was it like for like watching your children grow up with like cell phones and stuff like that? Do you think they went out more because of it, or do you think they stayed home and just talked more?
As my own experience, my children did not have cell phones until they were basically an adult. My daughter, she was the youngest of the group, and she was a teenager already driving vehicles before she was introduced to cell phones because they didn't have them before that.
Okay.
But I would say it gave the young people more freedom in that they could be in places farther away or places they shouldn't have been to communicate with a parent, and the parent had no idea. They still had to, you had to trust their judgments and their answers. You knew not whether there's lying or not, so you had to trust them. Where now, with modern cell phone technology, you can track everybody's location.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't want you to, you can track them.
That's what mom does for her whenever she gets calls from whenever she's doing real estate, whenever she gets calls, she has a little app on her phone that can backtrace the call to whoever is making it. And it's pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even whenever you call in from the if you hit # to block your caller ID, it still can track you back, and it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah.
I guess this leads into the final questions. Did like the improvement in technology scare you at all, or
No.
did you welcome it?
Nope. It didn't bother me. I've been involved because of my education, my training. I've known about technology way before the general public. I've seen the trends, and because I know electronics, I know the theories behind. There's stuff is going to happen that the people haven't seen yet. But once the potential's there, the idea is there, someone eventually will take it upon themselves to make it a reality. No different than people dreamed of going to the moon in the early 1800s or later, and Jules Verne and all of them wrote books about bottom of the sea and space travel. And here it is. It happens.
Yeah.
Because the human mind is curious. And in order to satisfy the curiosity, someone, somewhere, will really put their brain to the task of figuring it out or developing it. So, it's, being more of a realist, or I'm not going to say a dreamer, maybe a pragmatist a little bit, but the technology is going to expand far beyond what anybody actually thinks right now in the future. Elon Musk's ideas they're revolutionary to some people. They're far-fetched to some people, but all you have to do is look where we're at. People talk about electric cars, how, this is the thing of the future, save the planet and all that stuff. Electric cars is nothing new. They had electric cars.
Back in the 1920s.
They had them before then.
Oh.
They had them back in the end of the 18th century. Back, I got those Europeans, like steam engines were around. I mean, technology's out there, and some of it's going to really get way ahead of anyone's perception. College is good for some things, but it's the dreamers with wild ideas that people think are so far-fetched are the ones that inspire other people to get creative.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say or end off on?
Well, a good thing about telecommunications right now, which was your primary subject, is we've been talking for a half an hour, and I've actually traveled from just outside Carson City all the way down to Minden, Nevada. I wasn't driving the vehicle, but I've been talking on the phone the whole time, which would have never happened in the past.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys would have been left with the noise of the engine and possibly a radio.
Yeah. Well, no, it couldn't happen. We didn't have enough wire to go that far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. I probably should have. That would have been a good one to ask, because...
That's your difference with telecommunication and hard line.
Yeah. All right, and then can I just get you to say your name, and I think we'll be good.
Okay, my name is John Wayne Booth, and I'm 73 years old.
Thank you a lot, Granddad. I very much appreciate you.
You're welcome, Chris. I'm glad I could help you.
Always.